Believe me, if you had told me a year ago that I'd be making a full-time income online, I would have laughed in your face. I was the biggest skeptic out there. Make money online fast. Yeah, right. I thought it was all just a bunch of gurus selling impossible dreams. I was stuck in a job I didn't love, scrolling through success stories online and thinking that could never be me. I tried a few things here and there, surveys that paid pennies, apps that promised the world but delivered nothing. I was frustrated and ready to give up completely. But then, one late night, something clicked. I stumbled upon a business model that actually made sense. It wasn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It was about learning a real, high-value skill. For me, that skill was digital marketing, specifically affiliate marketing. Instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, I learned how to connect people with products they were already looking for. I spent every spare moment, lunch breaks, late nights devouring free tutorials, joining online communities, and learning from people who are actually doing it. It was hard work. Don't get me wrong. There were definitely moments I wanted to quit. My first breakthrough wasn't some massive, life-changing paycheck. It was a small commission, barely enough to buy a nice coffee. But seeing that notification, it was electrifying. It was proof. It was real. That tiny win gave me the fuel to keep going. I reinvested that first earning back into my learning, and slowly but surely, those small wins started adding up. They grew bigger and more frequent. Fast forward to today, and that online side hustle has replaced my old salary, and then some. It gave me the freedom I'd only dreamed of. If you're sitting where I was, feeling skeptical and a bit hopeless, please hear this. It is possibly. You don't need to be a tech genius or have a ton of money to start. You just need curiosity and the willingness to learn a skill. Find something that interests you, whether it's affiliate marketing, freelance writing, social media management, or something else entirely, and just start learning. Your journey won't be an overnight success, but with consistency, that first small win is waiting for you. And trust me, it will change everything. Thanks so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on how to start your own online journey. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, because today, I'm sharing something a little different. I'm going to tell you the story of how I went from being a total skeptic, rolling my eyes at every get-rich-quick video, to actually making a significant amount of money online, and faster than I ever thought possible. For years, I was just like many of you. I saw the flashy thumbnails and the promises of easy cash, and I thought, yeah, right. It's all a scam. I was stuck in a job that I didn't love, feeling like I was just trading my time for a paycheck that barely covered the bills. The idea of financial freedom felt like a distant dream, something reserved for lucky people or gurus with courses to sell. I believed the only way to make real money was the traditional way. Climb the corporate ladder, work 40 years, and then retire. The online world just seemed too good to be true. My turning point came on a particularly frustrating Tuesday. I was scrolling through my phone, feeling completely drained, and I stumbled upon a video. It wasn't flashy. It was just a regular person talking about a specific skill they had learned. Freelance digital marketing, specifically running simple social media ads for small local businesses. They weren't promising millions overnight. They were just showing how businesses like the local coffee shop or a nearby plumber needed help reaching customers online and were willing to pay for it. Something clicked. It wasn't about some secret algorithm or a magic button. It was about providing a real, valuable service that businesses genuinely needed. My skepticism started to fade, replaced by a tiny spark of curiosity. I thought, what if this is real? I decided to give it a shot, but with a plan. I wasn't going to buy an expensive course. Instead, I dedicated every evening for 2 weeks to learning everything I could for free. I watched countless tutorials, read blogs, and joined online communities. I learned the basics of creating simple, effective ads on platforms like Facebook and Instagram. I learned how to identify businesses in my own town that had a weak online presence. My strategy was simple. Offer to run their ads for 1 week for a very low, almost irresistible price. I explained it as a trial to prove I could bring them real customers. My goal wasn't to get rich off that first week. It was to get my foot in the door and demonstrate value. I was terrified, but I crafted a polite, professional email and sent it to 20 local businesses. The response blew me away. I didn't get 20 yeses, but I got 3. 3 businesses were willing to take a chance on me. I poured all my energy into those 3 campaigns, using the skills I had just learned. I tracked the results like a hawk. By the end of the week, One client had 3 new appointments, and another had sold over a dozen specialty products directly from the ad I ran. They were thrilled. 2 of them immediately signed me on for a monthly retainer. Who's like that? In under a month from starting my learning journey, I had my first recurring online income. That initial success was the proof I needed. I reinvested the money I made into better tools and a bit of paid training to sharpen my skills even further. I scaled up, refined my outreach process, and within 6 months, my online side hustle was making more than my full-time job. The best part, it wasn't a scam. It was hard work, learning, and providing genuine value. The fast part wasn't about getting rich overnight. It was about how quickly you can create real income once you learn a marketable skill and take action. So, if you're sitting there feeling skeptical like I was, I get it. But please, don't let that skepticism paralyze you. Find a real skill, whether it's video editing, social media management, or something else. Dedicate yourself to learning it. Start small, prove your value, and build from there. The online world is full of opportunities to provide real services to people who need them. That's the real secret. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope it gives you a little bit of inspiration. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more practical tips. Let me know in the comments what skills you're thinking of learning. See you in the next one.